Hello everybody and welcome to my first ever speed build on the channel. So we're literally making history right now. If this is the first video that you guys are seeing of mine, I'm Dolly. I've been playing The Sims since The Sims 3. I was like really young when I started, but it was kind of like you see your big sister do stuff and then it makes you want to try it too. If anybody who remembers Club Penguin, you the OG. You guys, this is gonna be the first ever speed build that I upload. I think now is a really fun time to try and expand my skills of building, because with growing together and everything, it kind of just encourages you to build. So this is my first ever just like attempt at really going full on in on my channel and just trying out a hobby like to the full extent. I've always had hobbies like growing up and everything in school and all that stuff. I've never fully dove into the hobby of like creating content and stuff, but I've always had that passion because I've always been recording videos. I had an iPad mini and I would not put that thing down. Let me talk about the build a little bit. So here I am trying to figure out the wallpapers. I knew I wanted to use this blue because it just looks really pretty and it was like a different blue. I feel like everybody's been doing just like the regular blue Suburban with like the other paneling, but I wanted to give this paneling a try. Blue has more of like a turquoise twinge to it, so I thought it was cool. And then with the dark accents, like the dark roofing and everything, it just made it pop out more. I knew I wanted to incorporate this brick because I kind of wanted to have like a modern twist, as if they expanded a part of the house or something like that. I feel so weird without my headphones on. I'm like, you guys are just looking at me talking. I have built before. This is just the first build video that I'm doing, but this home actually turned out large, so because I tried to make it kind of a challenge for myself, I guess, to have a room with like a good amount of bedrooms and not like a starter home. So this is a 5-bedroom, 2 or 3 bathroom. Here I am, I'm like just trying to pick out through all the swatches and then adding these windows with the dark accents on it was what made me realize, okay, like it's looking better. Wow, it's looking better with dark accents and everything. So then after this, I kind of switch the swatch to everything and add all the dark accents. It's a little bit of a challenge because I was nervous because this lot, a lot of the lots that come with the new pack are just bigger horizontal wise. It's just important to be careful and try not to make the yard look cramped, and you have to make it kind of a side yard. And then with that big old tree house, my LP, if we need a new house, I'm gonna have to kick the Michelsons out and like put them in a different house and then take their lot, because I can't have like these tiny lots. Like I need like a big backyard and stuff. I like having that entertainment space and everything. So here I am making the back door. I would say the trickiest thing about figuring out the exterior was the roofing for sure. I know everybody, or wait, roofing, not roofing. I just had to maneuver it and that took me a good while. To be honest, I spent hours building this house, like, and I'm sure I'll get faster the more I build. Like, it wasn't as hard to make the floor planning as I thought it would be. And I think it came out pretty well. But you guys let me know if you guys think it came out well, just for like my first few houses. Yeah, I mean, this is just new for me, just talking over this stuff, but it's kind of fun to watch yourself figure out stuff and like how everything came together. I've really enjoyed adding the element of face cam to my videos and stuff because I guess it just feels more personal, and I like watching simmers with face cam, so I was like, you know, why not? And all you gotta do these days is to use your iPhone. So and here is me adding the arches. So here I was trying to kind of lay out. One of the things I was trying to avoid is having too much open space, because I feel like sometimes it's hard to figure out how to furnish when a floor plan is just so open. Here's me figuring out the upstairs floor plan. It's good to have bathrooms, especially when you have that big 8-family home. I haven't played like with children on my channel yet either. I made a teenage room, boys room for twin boys, and then I made baby nursery. I would imagine that the teenage girl, I would imagine that she's just trying to fit in high school. I mean, like any other girl, and then her just twin brothers are just wreaking havoc and just so annoying to her. And then there's just the infant. I made a little nursery. I love the fact that we can finally have like real nursery. I try to make that time for myself to play off camera, because I mean, you have to remember at the end of the day that Sims is for fun, and it's important just to remind yourself that you can just play just to play too, and you don't have to just be recording every time. But yeah, so the infant room, I tried to include a pinkish but also some green tones. Like if I'm gonna have a room with girly colors, I like a natural color to be with it, which is a lot how my bedroom is. This is my bedroom. The girliest part about my room is definitely my setup. If you guys haven't seen my setup, you can get a good look at it in my CAS overview for this expansion pack. Just mixing those two colors together is fun. So here is me laying out the kitchen. So I went with this green, the sage green fridge and stove. The colors, the swatches for this is so pretty. I love this tone of green, and I went with the Dream Home Decorator. Counters is like just the natural wood color. I thought it paired well with the fridge and the stove. I wish they would have had the counters for this. I think the only fridge that I feel like fits really well into the counters is the Parenthood one, because it has that wood frame around it. I did keep this house only with Sims packs, so it was different just building without any CC too, so I was trying to make it look still good. The Sims has been doing really well at releasing good swatches and stuff that has kind of those mature vibes to this paint. Like the texture of it, it looks almost as if like it was like sponged or something. Like it just has like a texture to it. I didn't end up going with this blue color because it was just too much, but I think I went with like this tan color, and I variated which walls were what color, and I also used brick throughout the whole build. I struggled a little bit with choosing which back tiles that I wanted. I was like, I already used the back tiles with the two stripes on it in the house that's in my LP. Let me just try out a different tile. So I used the other new tile, and then I didn't make the floor tile just because I just wanted it to be cohesive. And you know what, maybe the floor would look better with tile, but I just wanted it to all blend in together. So it's like, I think maybe the floor plan is slightly open. It's not as closed as other houses are, but it definitely has like a good flow, but it's not too crazy open. And some people are good at furnishing like really open spaces, and I feel like I haven't truly tested my skills on large open spaces. For my first house, I was not trying to do that. My first house on the channel, I was trying to stay a little bit in my comfort zone, but also create something bigger than what I would usually do, because you have to also be out of your comfort zone. You want to try something that you know is gonna be quality, but still kind of tests you a little bit. I was trying to figure out what clutter to put in this kitchen, and usually I don't struggle that much, but for some reason, like, I don't know, they should release new colors of that dish rack, to be honest, because the polka dot plates and like the weird like shaped tiny plates, I'm like, that it just doesn't really look that normal. I mean, I guess if you have like kids and like all your dishes are like that, but it was just like disrupting the color scheme of the kitchen. But I wanted to have dishes next to the sink, like a dish holder. I don't think I ended up fitting one because none of them just seemed right to me. So I tried with this one too, but I just ended up not using one. I always try to not clutter it too much and leave at least one counter space open, because that way your Sims can cook on it, obviously. And then I do the trick of just like moving the counter out the way and then hovering over the floating object with move objects on in the spot that you would want it, and then put the counter back. I hope that's a good explanation. I'm not really that good at explaining stuff, but that way it helps me place stuff exactly where I want it. And I know some people use the shelf and everything, but I haven't gotten into like trying build mods and everything just because I haven't built that much. And then I wanted to adjust the upstairs floor plan a little bit, so that's what I was doing there. And then here is the entryway. At this entryway, I ended up putting this kind of industrial entrance table, which I believe is base game, but it's an industrial looking table. I wanted the house to maybe not be like super crazy traditional, so it looks like maybe a younger couple decorated it, you know, and it's living here, but it's still like homey, and it kind of takes it over the edge having the dark accents. And I feel like normally I'm not a dark color scheme kind of person, but for some reason it was just like, this is what was calling to my soul. I usually like the light colored schemes, and I had to place down these frames on the wall for putting your family pictures in, because I had to put them around the house because it's important to remember that it's time we got to start utilizing our pictures and all this stuff, because that's what, you know, family's all about, making the memories, getting those pictures. I love water, you guys. My hydro flask, I'm definitely a hydro flask girl. I be carrying it with me like it's a pacifier, but like my water bottle definitely soothes me sometimes, especially with that straw. But here's the entrance table and I was trying to figure out exactly what to put on it. I found this cereal. I was like, maybe that would look good. And so I pulled out just the books, one of the little trinkets box that came with the pack. I was trying to utilize everything that came with the pack, and these frames that came with the pack as well. It's like a little collage. It looks really pretty. I like the map and the flower, and I feel like the frames can be used anywhere. I placed this family picture down. I would imagine maybe because they do have twin boys, maybe one of them did sports, or maybe even the teenage girl did sports, and that's just one of her pictures from when she was younger. I was trying to figure out a rug. I didn't want to place that same rug in the living room, so I had to just use the growing together rug in the front. There's not that many plain colored swatches of that rug, so you know, if you're gonna make I did use that in the living room. I just used it in a different swatch. Is it just me, or does the glass in the table look kind of green right now? I don't know if it's just my reshade, but I did not think it was looking like that in the game. I put in a slightly grayer paint in the dining room. It's slightly less tan than the one in the, changed the front entrance to that grayer toned paint too. I honestly don't know. I think if I had my own house in real life, I would prefer to have a house that walks into the living room and not the dining room. I feel like, is that weird to have a house that walks into the dining room? I don't think so. I think I've seen it before. I think now it's more popular to like walk into the living room, but I didn't want to put the living room in this area because it's just not big enough. So I was just squeezing a little plants in the corner, trying to figure out which plant I wanted to use. This one with this fiddle leaf fig fits really good into any corners and stuff, so I used that one kind of throughout the house repeatedly. And then I didn't want to have like blank spaces, so I was just trying to figure out the perfect way to fill in spaces without it looking cluttered. I changed all the doors to dark brown. It just fit the house better to me. And then I realized these lights came with growing together, so I started placing them out around the house. I think one thing that's important to remember is to place lights outside of your house, so that way when it turns nighttime, it's not super dark. I tried to put a trinket box and like put books against it as if it was holding up the books, but I just put the trinket box and the candles. I didn't want it to look too crazy cluttered or anything. Here I am doing the living room. I was trying to figure out which couch I wanted to use, because there's a more traditional couch and then there's this more modern shaped couch, and I decided to go for the more modern shaped couch because I feel like everybody doesn't really like it, and I was like, let me just use something that's getting used slightly less. I feel like everybody's going for that traditional looking couch, so I went with this kind of rose colored, or was that like a burnt orange colored couch, and then I liked how the rug looked against it, so I kept this rug. And then here is the new coffee table that came with the pack. I think it looks really good. It looks kind of worn down and rustic. I tried to use the new fireplace that came with the pack, but I just felt like none of the swatches really matched the living room, so I went with this one because it just matched the house more for me, the dark wood tone. Then I put down this side table, and this side table is actually a base game item. I did not know that the base game added this side table, but I like it. It's really sleek and simple. And then throughout the video, you'll see me trying to decide which color that I want this coffee table. I think I ended up going in the end with that pink one, like the dusty rose color. And then I wanted to place down this new speaker that came with it. It looks like an Alexa or Google or whatever. Try to utilize that. It's like a sleek little radio, and so that'll be convenient because sometimes you forget the radio in the living room and then you have a party and you're like, well, where's the music? If you guys don't know about me, I have a plant hobby. Some people call it an obsession, I call it a hobby, and I know the name of lots of plants. I have this plant behind me. She needs to be watered, but this is my philodendron Brazil. She's growing. I don't know, I wouldn't say she's thriving. I feel like she just is very mid because she's kind of far away from the window because my window's down there. But I needed a spot to put her. So I put her on this pole and I hope that she would just grow and do the best that she could. So this is where I was like, let me start adding some kids stuff, like kids clutter and things, because this is going to be a family home. So I put that kids clutter on the dining table and then I was like, okay, well, let me try to utilize this schedule maker thing from Parenthood. And then I was looking for the perfect spot to put this thermostat. I think I moved around a couple times, but I ended up keeping it here. And then I wanted to have this also just by the door because I feel like just having somewhere to hang up your keys is very realistic. When you live in a big household, you guys, mail is like, you get so much of it. It's just like piles of mail. Like we have like a pile of mail in our entrance table because everybody gets mail. Like we'll get mail from other family members that don't even live in our house. But oh my gosh. So having a little mail holder like that and then just maintain throwing it out is one of my family goals. So I decided to live vicariously through The Sims and place that mail organizer. Well, let's put something here. So I put 2 rows of picture frames so you can put some family pictures in there, and then I put this painting in, and then I was like, well, we need some clutter, so I ended up putting the mug holder back there in the corner, and then this little kettle pot. You know, you can use your imagination if there's like a casserole or something in it. And I placed another one of these dish holders in the corner because it's just so good to fill in a little corner that needs something in it. And I was trying to figure out where to put this board. I was like, I need to put this board somewhere. So you guys, I'm sending you a warning here. There's gonna be moments where the video gets faster because of course it wouldn't be media creating without technical difficulties. I had to speed up some parts to be able to send this to my editor. So bathrooms are they match sort of the outside. It's blue, black. It's a blue and black theme with the gold hints from the sink and the mirror. And then I decided to put in a little laundry station here. I left the laundry station, but I took out the little basket next to it so we can fit in a shower. So it's like this bathroom can be more useful and have a shower and laundry. And if you guys don't want to do laundry, then you can just take it out and that's perfect too. And here I am, I'm trying to figure out which matte colors to put in that bathroom. I ended up just using black. So here is the master bedroom. So I wanted to use a different color than the ones that I have been using. And in the beginning, I was just like, okay, this is too much color. Too loud, but I wanted to also have some colors that popped out in the room. And I'm trying to figure out which side tables go with this bed because the side tables that came with the pack, I think we got that mirrored side table, but I just felt like it was a little bit too bougie for this room. So I ended up going with these side tables. I felt like it complemented the wood tone well, and I went with this dark blue turquoise kind of bed sheet. I really like these dressers that came with the pack. They don't take up too much space, but they're also stylish. They incorporated that like wicker to a lot of the furnishings that they've incorporated in this pack, but I love that wicker theme. I was literally trying to get that furniture for my room, adjusting things around the room, trying to figure out which painting went with this room. I went with this one of the girl in that dress with her red hair, and then I was trying to figure out how to put this workout set somewhere. I wanted to tuck it in underneath the side table, but it wasn't working out, so I gave up. And then here I am trying to figure out which lamps to do. I still use the growing together lamps because we gotta utilize all the growing together assets, you guys. So I was finding more clutter as I was going for like other areas, so you'll see me randomly place stuff in areas that I'm not working on. Like I just put a piece of clutter on the entrance table, and I put a piece of clutter in the kitchen. What helps me sometimes is pulling out the stuff that you want to use, like something that you don't really think about until you see and you're like, hey, this would be cool to use. So I'll kind of just take out all the stuff I want to use and put it in a room like upstairs or something, and then I can just grab it as I'm building, and so I can use all those things that I wanted to use. If you guys hear a dog barking, I am so here I am, and I'm doing the master bathroom, and I did a similar color scheme to our guest bathroom, and I ended up changing the flooring to wood. I just felt like the blue tile was just too much blue. Hey, you can choose the color of your laundry machine. I forgot that for some reason. So that's what I did, and then that was it for the master bathroom. And then here I am, as I told you guys, going back and forth between what colors I want to use. I ended up just leaving it that dusty rose color, and then something just didn't seem right to me in the entrance room, so I ended up switching out the sides that the mirror was on and that the pictures were on. Don't ask me why, I just randomly thought of it. I wanted to include an office, and I wouldn't say that this is much of an adult only office. I think the whole family uses it because this table just has all the supplies and stuff, and I feel like the kids probably come in here to work on school stuff and everything, and the parents may come in here whenever they just need to do some work, but everybody uses this office. And I was trying to decide which rug I wanted to use. I ended up going with this of the very first swatch that I had that looks kind of like a rainbow. I just thought it matched the blue chair and everything. I put in just a bookshelf and this cork board with all the things pinned on it, and that's the rug that I chose. And then I put in this really pretty plant, and this is a calathea. Like I'm about to test my plant knowledge, you guys. It looks like a prayer plant. It looks like there's a specific name for it, you guys. Am I a fake plant person? Am I trying to flex about something and then not be able to flex it? But yeah, that is it's a kind of prayer plant calathea. Don't think that I'm lying, you guys. So then here's the other bathroom upstairs, and this is the bathroom between all the kids upstairs. So we have 3 bathrooms, so I was right. So we have one guest bathroom for just anybody in general in the kitchen, and then we have a master bathroom and then the kids bathroom upstairs. So that should be enough. Hopefully that's enough bathrooms. And then I was trying to make this bathroom all nice looking and stuff, and it still is nice looking, but I was like, I can't just do regular colors in this bathroom because this is a kid's bathroom. So I'm just gonna use these colorful rugs and make it look like kids use it. The perfectionist in me is like, no, this needs to match and everything, but it's just, I'm trying to make it look realistic. So I put in all these clutter, and I use this toothbrush stand, which I thought was kind of cool looking. And I was messing around with these light switches throughout the whole house, just trying to make the house look more realistic by having those light switches. In my house, we have the light switches with the 3 switches. It's literally right there behind my tote bag, but it has 3 switches. So I was like, let me just put some of the rooms with 3 switches, like the big ones, like the living room, and then I'll just put 1 switch for the bathrooms and stuff. So that's what I did, and I was trying to figure out how to just make it look kiddish but cute. So I went with those hung towels that have all the different colors on it, and a potty because it's important to have these potties around the house. and that way you can potty train your kids. I love making my toddlers independent because that way they can just train themselves. Because I swear it'd be taking so long trying to figure it out. I put these 2 light switches because I feel like light switches go there. We have one by our stairs. And then here I am making the girl nursery. So I took this, I knew I wanted to utilize this wallpaper from paranormal stuff because I just love it just looks so whimsical and dainty and elegant. I don't know how to describe it. It just looks kind of just whimsical and relaxing, the leaf design. And I was still debating whether or not I wanted it to be a girl room or a boy room, but I was like, let me make it a girl room and then we'll make that big bedroom for some boys. So here I am, I made the walls pink, and then I started adding in those green accents that I was telling you guys about. The changing table is just that sage kind of green. I really do love green, but I'm not into like crazy like neon green. I'm into more of like light sage kind of greens, like the way that this changing table is and the chair. I really love those. And then I decided to just put one curtain on each side, and I thought that the way it's supposed to work is like those little balls holding the curtain on the side. You just untied it and then the curtain can cover the whole window, because I was trying to put 2 of them in the beginning, but it was just clipping and the window wasn't big enough to do that, to try to put both of them. So I left them both like that, and then I put in a little plant in this corner. I ended up switching the whole layout. No wonder this house took me hours to do. I ended up switching the whole layout of this room because I was like, I saw it in another house. I think one of the houses that I toured in my Amazing Houses video. They had the changing station and they had all the diaper changing supplies. You see how there's a shelf right there, right on the right side of the changing station with all the diaper changing stuff. I was like, I need that to be right above the changing station. Like I said, like I'm just a perfectionist sometimes, and that's why stuff takes so long. But I was about to knock my mic down. So I rearranged that in the end, and I was like, okay, well, let me finish furnishing this hallway. The way I do stuff sometimes, you guys, I can't help it. I'll like start one thing and then I'll just focus on another. Like when I'm cleaning my room or something, I'll be like organizing my socks, and then I'm like, wait, but I need to start taking out my folded laundry. So then I'll start taking out the folded laundry before I finish organizing the socks. Like I'll just start working on multiple things because my mind is like, I have to do it now. So then I just saw the hallway, and then I just furnished the hallway before I even finished this bedroom, because that's just how my system works sometimes, you guys. It's a struggle for real. I don't mean to do it. It's just the way that I am. And here I am realizing that this is not gonna work, honey. So I said, you know what? We're switching the way this is. And I don't know if it's bad to have cribs right in front of a window, but guess what? That's what we did because it's The Sims. You know, it's not that serious. So I switched the station onto this wall, and I started to place all my little products. And I switched this shelf for the new one that came with the pack. I didn't realize that the pack came with that new one. I forgot about it, or I don't know if it's with the base game update or the pack. But it has all the toys dangling off the end of it. And I didn't know if that clutter looked weird on the top of that shelf, because I was like, can a sim like reach on top of that wardrobe? I don't know. So I just took it off. And I put down the little play mat right here. The pig swatch was the best swatch that I could find to match, because these swatches are pretty crazy. But I mean, realistically, that's how the swatches in real life look. And I put this cloud lamp in. I tried to not have basic lamps everywhere and utilize like the chandelier. There's like a feature light above the dining table, as you guys can see, that came with the pack. And I put these board games on top of this. Well, I can't remember if I actually kept it there. I put these board games. Yeah, I did. I put these board games on top of that like china cabinet because it just looked realistic to me. And then here I am starting to work on the boys' room. So I put in this bunk bed. The boys' room was very long, so I had to sort of divide the spaces, and the room has its, I wanted to have its different kind of sections, but it's still cohesive, and they still like hang out through the whole room, obviously, because it's their room. So they have the big room because they are twins, and here's me switching that shelf really quick. And I still put the baby wipes in front of those blocks because, bitch, I need the baby wipes. It was gonna be a deal breaker if I couldn't use the baby wipes. So here I am taking out all the accessories that I wanted to use. I don't think I got to end up using all of them, but I just wanted to have them there just so I can know the options. I messed around with these curtains in the boys' room a lot. I ended up changing the color of it in the end. It's not this yellow one, it's like the red one with the patterns. And then I put in this crafts table and these new book bags that came with the pack. They have new colors and stuff like that. So I'm glad they put in that new book bag because the book bag that we had was getting a little bit outdated because you just use it so many times. And then here I am putting in this divider because I thought it would be cool, like if you had a room with a sibling or something, and if you had to share a room with a sibling. I used to share my room with my sister like this. We didn't have a divider, but if your room is big enough to have a divider. So this is like kind of the bedroom area and the chill area. So they have the little TV and that stool with the horns to sit back and watch TV. And I ended up choosing this poster to put there. I switched where I ended up putting it, but because this little poster that it looks like Minecraft, it has the llamas, I was like, that sold me because I've been into the Minecrafts. I'm not playing it now, I'm not playing it as much as I used to when I was younger, but I do like Minecraft, and I was like, these kids would definitely be in the Minecraft. So I chose that poster, and it has like the little llamas, and I put in this radio, and I was like, well, I need this friendship bracelet to go somewhere, but we'll put it in the office. So I put it in that little slot there. It kind of just popped in there perfectly. And then here I am putting in this bookshelf because I was like, they need bookshelves because like they would have a bookshelf in such a long room like this. And then, like I was saying, I feel like the divider, like if one kid wanted to be doing crafts or something, or they want to be like, this is my side and this is your side and you stay on this side, like the divider would just kind of help to give a little bit of privacy. And then I put in this toy chest with the stickers. The pack did come with that toy box that I tried to use it in this room, but I feel like it just didn't fit the way that this room is. So I put that new decal over here and some crafts they probably bought back from school, and then I put the little periodic table poster. I feel like it went good above that desk. And then here I am trying to figure out which carpet to use. I went with this carpet and it kind of overlaid them over each other because I was like, okay, having two carpets, like having the two carpets connect a little bit makes the space look more like one room. It's a long room, but it looks more like just one room. I put in this violin. I wanted to just squeeze in as much little activities as I can that your kids can try and use. I could have put in like a science table or something, but I'm gonna be honest, I haven't furnished a kids room in so long. I was like, I kind of forgot about that science table. So that was it for the boys' room. So here I am making very simple. There's like not really any clutter in this room. It's just a guest room because with this pack, it's just nice to have a guest room for your family members to come over. So there's that guest room. And I just went for natural tones. It doesn't have that much personality per se because it's just a default kind of room for any guests that want to come over to use. I put in these high school years curtains with these curtains, these other curtains, the longer ones. What is that? Is that Eco Lifestyle? What do those curtains come with? Well, you know, the other curtains, I'm using them. And I put them two together and I was like, okay, well, that looks kind of nice because it looks like they just have like decorative sheer curtains and then the real curtains above it. It just looks like a nice little curtain design moment. So I went for like the tan colors in this room, and I was having trouble deciding if the pattern on the bed and the rug were like clashing, but I ended up just leaving it because I was like, not everything can be perfect. So here I am working on the teenage girl's room. So I wanted to use this chandelier for sure. So that's like the first thing that I had up there. And then I used this bed from high school years. The beds that come from high school years, in my opinion, they just look so cozy and realistic. I love all the extra cushions. They just look so comfy. Like, it looks like I would just jump in it and then just wrap myself, because I love beds. Like, I love my bed. Like, I'm a homebody, to be honest. Like, I can lay in my bed all day, but I try not to do that because it's not healthy. You gotta get up, you gotta take yourself out to do stuff and try new things. So in this room we have a bit of purplish and blues theme going on. So I tried to carry that on throughout the room, and even though there is that family office, I was like, the teen is gonna be like, I want my own desk, and they're gonna want to have their own computer with all their stuff, all their little juicy secrets, and they wouldn't want to have like all their stuff touched by their siblings. So she has her own little desk station for her to do her homework, and I even gave her a little gaming setup. And then the regular computer is just in the family room. I put in this wardrobe with the designs from high school years. I used just a lot of high school years. I didn't get to use a lot of the high school years stuff because I never played. I haven't even went to high school yet with a teenager, so we're gonna see that throughout my LPs. We'll get to explore that kind of together. I just haven't had a family Sims, like not even in my personal playthroughs. So yeah, so here I am, and that is the gaming setup that I told you guys about. And I found this little mirror, and I was like, it'd be so cute just to put some makeup on it. And then that's kind of where she does her makeup a little bit and stuff. I used to use my PC setup desk. I had a really crusty, it was like a crusty hot pink glass desk, kind of like the desk that I have now, but it was hot pink, and it was just from Walmart, and she lasted a good amount of years. That desk was a tried and true, and she's still alive, but we gave her to my brother, and she's still doing her job today, but it just wasn't working in my room. You know, she wasn't doing her job in my room because it just wasn't giving. It was just too hot pink for me, you know what I mean? So that desk was the one that I had whenever I first got my PC, and I mean, she worked for a while, and my sister had a desk and she passed it on to me, and I used to use that desk to get ready. Whenever I was in high school, I used to use that desk to get ready before school and do my hair, put on my makeup, and I would pull out like a little mirror from underneath the desk. But now it's like I don't got no space here to use my desk to do my hair and stuff, so I transferred all that stuff into the bathroom. I do want a station. I want a vanity like with all the lights around it, so I can store all my makeup in there and not have, I have my makeup in like boxes, and I don't even use eyeshadow that much. Like, guys, I have so many. Please, if you've made it this far into the video, I want you to comment a lipstick. Is there a lipstick emoji? Yeah, there has to be. I want you to comment a lipstick emoji into the comment section, because that's how I know you're a real one. Tried and true. But I have makeup palettes, and I don't even wear eyeshadow that often, and I wear makeup less than when I was in high school, just because high school just feels like a reason like to dress up because you have all your friends and everything. But then when you're in college, it's like the energy is just kind of like, oh well, everybody's kind of here to learn and stuff, and you can still like talk and meet new people and everything, but for some reason it's just like nobody's really looking at your outfit, you know, nobody really cares. So I just go, like, that's how my energy kind of changed. I was like, girl, I'm just here to learn. And most of my classes are online now too for college, just because I found that that's what works better for me. Any classes that are difficult, like I'm bad at math, so I'm going to be taking my accounting class in real life. Anything that has difficult portions, I will take in real life. But if it's something like an easier class, I'll just take it online, because I noticed that what doesn't make me like school is actually waking up and going to school, just because I don't know why. I don't enjoy the process of getting up to go to school. So I'd rather get up to go to work than go to school. So, well, no, I guess going to school would be more fun than going to work. I don't know, just getting up in general. Just don't even, you know, just getting up, period. I'm not getting up. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. But let me talk a little bit more about the room. I like lost track. So here I am utilizing this shelf. I was like, let me try and stick these books in there. And then I think that was it for that room. And now here I am doing the landscaping. It's kind of backwards, huh? It's kind of backwards the way I did stuff. I like did the inside and then I did it, but I had to move the house out and everything, so I think furnishing the inside makes more sense to me. Like furnishing the inside first and then landscaping makes more sense, because that way if you have to expand a wall or something, it's not going to delete bushes that you put right up against the house. So that way you know this is like the final shape of the house, and then you start landscaping. So I went with these. I try not to use too many variations of flowers, so I try to choose and stick to like 2 or 3 flowers. So I went for these like violet purple flowers, and then this bush with some white flowers, and then there's also a bush with some little pink flowers. So those are the flowers that I chose, and then I used these like on the very low on the floor bushes to give a shape and section off like what landscape is where. And I tried to just create a line that organizes it and puts it like sections off and gives its own little sections to everything. So that's what I did, and I put in just rocks too. I have so many makeup palettes and all these things, and I feel like I don't utilize it as much, and I feel like if I get a vanity with lights, it'll really encourage me to use my makeup more often, because it's just all nicely laid out and it's not in a giant portable box that I have to like pull out my cabinet, and like there's other stuff on top of the box that I have to move off the box. I'm like, it's just too inconvenient to take it out. I don't use my eyeshadow palettes that often, but hopefully I'll get a vanity. And then here's those pink flowers that I was telling you guys about, and then I was just putting some dirt underneath. Always important to put some dirt underneath your landscaping and stuff, because it just makes it more realistic. And then here I am fitting in that tree house, of course. You gotta lay out that tree house before you get too deep into stuff, because that tree house is a big tree. Those trees gotta be at least 100 years old or 200 years old that's living in people's backyards. So I lined up this side of the house with just some bushes, and here I am trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the backyard, the layout of everything. So I left the passageway from the stairs without the fence going around it, and I used this dark wooded fence. I feel like it just went with all the dark woods that we use throughout the house and just the build in general. I think it would make more sense to have the treehouse more towards the front, and then in the back have the just chill area, and it just feels more private because it's like just more towards the back. And then I was trying to figure out which landscaping I wanted to do. I think this is what I ended up going with. I think I left it like that. Then I put, this is my absolute favorite. This gravel, whatever it is my favorite because it just looks so like white and aesthetic to me. It's aesthetically pleasing. So I placed a small pool, so that way we can have some more activities besides the treehouse. I placed a small pool and then some gardening boxes behind that fence line. Then here I was like, oh, let's place our little lights. We can't forget the lights. So I placed that around the whole house. And then I was trying to figure out which chairs I wanted to be by the pool. And I noticed that the sun was really harsh. So I was like, well, I gotta make sure to put an umbrella near these chairs. And then I put some bugs, some fireflies underneath one of the bushes or something. This is one of those super fast sped up parts, you guys. Bear with me. I put a barbecue and then some dining little chairs in that deck. And I put this side table. And this is the umbrellas that I went with. I was like, let me make sure that they have some shade because that sun was beaming right on them. And I was like, let me see if these bushes would look good on the side of the house. So I put it back here, but not on the other side because it just felt like too much with the landscaping right underneath it. And then I was like, I need to use those tools. So I can't remember if I think I did end up using the tools, but I put some bushes right here, and then I don't think I kept the bushes. I guess I did keep the bushes there. I put some bushes back there to fill in that spot, and then these bushes are really good to just line the sides of your house and take in that extra space without putting too many flowers and all that stuff. And I was like, let me just put some stuff on the porch here. So they have a little barbecue, and they got some chairs to sit and eat at. I was like, these wreaths look kind of cute. Let me see. I'll just try to mess with stuff and place random things. And I put this tree, this little tree, and because it looks like that vase was just very outdoorsy. And I put this table next to the barbecue. I thought it would look realistic to put a little table with like some barbecue tools next to it, so that's what I did. And I put some like barbecue sauces and stuff. I saw that little birdhouse and I thought it was cute, so I just went ahead and placed it in the back there. This new like mushroom little plant thing came with the pack. Then I was like, let's not forget the mailbox. I put in these what do you call these, like accent lights in the dining room. I think that's the only room I ended up putting it in there. I was like, let me see if it'll look good in the kitchen. In the living room. Oh, okay, I guess I put it in the living room too. There's a lot of stuff. You don't remember every detail of a house, but I put it in the dining room and in the living room. I wanted to show you guys a little tour of the house. So I'm here with our favorite fam. We got the demon baby and her mother to go ahead and showcase this house for you guys today. Okay, so here we are with the beautiful house. We have, where's the baby? We have the beautiful demon baby. We love the demon baby, and she knows she got a demon baby too. Sorry, I have the base mental drugs mod in my system. I need to take it out so that way it stops making my game run laggy, because having so many powerful mods can lag up your game a little bit. So here we have the house on a beautiful sunny day. It's 3:45. This is the house that we constructed, you guys. So here is the side yard. We have a pool with this little floaty, and I put these chairs with a drink tray and the tree house. I have some gardening boxes and this birdhouse. I didn't put anything back here. I just have like a broom and supplies just to sweep this, and then if you come around the house, it's just landscaping. And then whenever you come into the house, I'm gonna give you guys a tour, walkthrough style. So whenever you come into the house, you have your entrance area. So to your left, you have some picture frames and that mirror and this entrance table. And then you have your dining area with all the blue accents, and it wouldn't be welcoming if there wasn't a fruitcake waiting for you on your dining table. So yes, the welcome wagon bandits did strike, and they hit us with that fruitcake. And then we got this china cabinet with all the plates and stuff and the games. And then right here is the living room. I went with like this pinky blue tones, very pastel. It's supposed to be just calming colors. And I have a baby play mat with some plants. I got the parenting board right here. We figured it out. And then I have the kitchen. You guys know I had a time trying to figure out the clutter, but here's the official clutter. We got some mugs and stuff to make coffee next to the mugs. I felt like that made sense. And then that just leads to the back door, the back porch to go into the backyard. And if you walk into this door is the bathroom. So the bathroom is here with a shower and some laundry, and I put the basket here, and it has the potty right there. And then if you walk out, of course, you have your bin, and then it takes you up to the stairs. I don't know why this is clipping like this. It's a frustrating situation, but maybe I can figure out how to fix it. I don't know exactly what it is, but we're just gonna ignore that for now, okay? So here, when we come up the stairs, I have some of this empty picture frame, and then up here is just a landing area with a chair and all your doors for all the rooms. So here is the room to our sassy, thriving decor master teenager, because this room is really pretty for a teenager. You know, this is probably somebody's dream room. Let me stop hyping myself up, but I'm just saying, like, this is like unrealistically pretty. So then on the door, I have some bags, because I feel like it just seems like something a lot of people would have. And then some posters, her little gaming setup, and her dresser. That's how this room turned out. And then to the side of this room, we have our guest bedroom with the cow print rug, dresser, no clutters. Right across from the guest room, we have bow, the kids office, the just family at home office. There you have it. You can turn it into a gym. You can turn it into so many things that you want, because that's the beauty of The Sims. And then here is the kids bathroom. I got all the picture frames, all the colors. I put in these rugs. It just felt more child friendly to me. So yeah, it's a little kiddish bathroom. And then we got this bedroom, Bow Beach. This is the kids nursery. Use the new decal, toy box, the diaper changing station, and I have the little trash can, some baby toys, another play mat, because you can never go wrong. We gotta reach those milestones. And then right here is the boys' room. These curtains cast a shadow. I don't know how to get rid of that. They need to fix that in the update or something. But here's the boys' bedrooms. Their toy chest. I went with this curtain because it just has more like texture to me. And yeah, so that's where the boys' stuff is. And that's pretty much it for all of the upstairs. Wait, I think I actually forgot to show you guys the, oh my god, master bedroom, you guys. I'm literally crazy. So if you come in, I'm literally psychotic. So if you walk into the dining room, to your right, you're gonna see the beautiful entrance to the beautiful, stunning master bedroom. So you have your plants, and then your phone, and just some books, casual, just human Sims everyday clutter. I put in this little mat because I was like, they probably would have their baby chilling with them sometimes in the room. I got their dressing station with some makeup, and this side table. And then here is the master bath. Yes, we got these floor mats, these curtains, and then I put this little clutter item into their shower. And that is it for this whole build, you guys. If you guys like this house, let me know. If you guys want to support me, please give this video a thumbs up. If you like my channel, you know, share it with whoever you guys want. My goal at the end of the day is just to create satisfying content that you guys enjoy watching. And oh wait, so here I didn't show you guys this, but here's the deck, the barbecues, all the stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, if you guys enjoy my content, you know, just support. Thank you guys so much for all the support that I have been getting. I'm super grateful. I'm having so much fun testing my abilities and finally getting into building. I just haven't built in so long. But I tried it out, and I had fun with it. If you guys enjoy this house, it's gonna be on the gallery, and I still have to change my gallery name, but it's gonna be all updated and all good. And yeah, you guys let me know how you feel about the house, and comment down below any thoughts that you guys have about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have an amazing day.
Written down the words to say, it is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain.